Tonight, animals are dying for poisons found in their food. I'll ask if it's too late to pump their stomachs. We take a look at endangered species in memory of the crocodile hunter, Steve Irwin. If Timothy Treadwell had an accent, maybe he'd get his own special too. And joining us in the studio is a team of ecologists. I'll talk to them about their dream of not being poor.
They say it takes a crazy guy to see the facts. If that's true, then I'm a freaking lunatic. In our studios from the sunny Beachville Estates, this is the Student Report. Wait, but again, wait. Our first story tonight is biomagnification. Biomagnification is the process in which energy, nutrients, chemicals, etc. that an organism gains through the food it consumes. It's similar to bioaccumulation, which is the energy and such gained through what the organism ate. And that will bring us to tonight's term, indigestion. Biomagnification all begins in the first trophic level, the producers. Plants such as grass use all the energy they make, but say if a mouse came along and ate some grass, it would only gain 10% of the grass's energy. Then if a hawk ate the mouse, it would gain only 10% of the mouse's energy, and only 1% of the grass's. Now, say if a blade of grass has 5,000 kilojoules of energy, it will only store 500 kilojoules when it's consumed by the mouse. And likewise, the mouse will only store 50 kilojoules to be consumed by the hawk, and so on. In order to get more energy, consumers have to eat more. Bioaccumulation also applies to the spread of chemicals throughout a food web. To further explain, we join our senior DDT correspondent, Hachinibi.
Thank you, Michael. Now, dichlorodenephenyl trichloroethane, more commonly known as DDT, is a pesticide used in the 1950s and 60s. Although it's incredibly effective against insects and even prevented some diseases carried by insects from spreading, it had a larger impact on the rest of the ecosystem. The worst effects can be seen at the top of trophic levels. Although birds of prey start to die, as well as their eggs became brittle. Upon further investigation, scientists learned that DDT had entered the bird system. But how could a chemical sprayed on plants affect birds? The answer, again, lies in biomagnification. Some grass was sprayed with 1 part per billion ppb of DDT. Then a mouse eats 10 blades of grass. And now the mouse has 10 ppb of DDT in its system. Now if a snake ate 10 mice, then it now has 100 ppb in its system. And if a hawk was to eat 10 snakes, it now has 1,000 ppb in its system. As you can see, DDT can quickly affect an ecosystem, especially the higher trophic levels. There's even a bit of DDT inside you. Even animals that live continents away from sprayed areas are affected by DDT. If DDT was sprayed by a stream, the stream could carry the DDT into the ocean. Or, if a contaminated insect is imported, then it could affect the ecosystem. If all this isn't bad enough, the insect population started to rebound because the animals that preyed on them started to die off. And some of the insects even became resistant to the pesticide. Now, thank you for having me, Michael.
No, thank you. Now that you know this, be careful of what you eat, because you may wind up with something worse than indigestion, and that's tonight's term. We'll be back after this short commercial break. World of Warcraft. Buy it, install on your computer, and join the online sensation in which has captured the lives of over 7 million players. Welcome back, folks. Are you comfortable? Not for long. This is the endangered countdown. Number 5. Bears. Polar bears. These white bears live in the northern regions of Canada as well as Russia. They are the largest land predators in the world. Polar bears are well adapted to their environment. They are white for camouflage against the snow, and they also have a thick layer of blubber to protect them from the freezing cold. Polar bears not only hunt on land, but in the water as well. Their diet primarily consists of seals, which they hunt when the seals come up to breathe from peeping holes. Polar bears have also been known to eat animals twice their size, such as belugas and walruses. Recently, polar bears have become vulnerable to extinction. This is because the sea ice that they use to hunt seals in is starting to disappear. This is, of course, due to global warming. To help prevent global warming, make sure to use environmentally friendly modes of transportation, such as biking and carpooling. Number 4. Right whales. Right whales are a species of baleen whales. They get their name from whalers who said that they are the right kind of whale to hunt. These whales have distinctive calluses on their head, no dorsal fin, and a V-shaped blowhole, which is unique to them. During the time when whaling was popular, right whales were easy prey. This is because they swam close enough to shore to be seen, and secondly, they float when they are killed. Nowadays, the biggest threat to right whales are boats. When a right whale collides with a boat, it is severely torn up by the boat's propeller. This happens when right whales migrate south through busy shipping lanes. They also get tangled up in fish nets, which can scar them or even drown them. The government is putting in laws to help prevent the deaths. These laws will make boats of 20 meters or longer to go at a maximum of 10 knots during calving season. And number 3 on the list are sea otters. In the studio to talk about this species at risk is none other but the famous Chief Lightningfoot. Thank you, Michael. The sea otter has the thickest pelt of all mammals. For this reason, they have been hunted extensively since the 1700s. A sea otter's diet mainly consists of sea urchins. In order to break the shells off their prey, they will use rocks placed on their stomach and smash the crustacean onto it. Predators that eat sea otters include sharks and orcas. Sea otters are now legally protected, and efforts have shown positive to reincorporate them. Back to you, Michael.